Morning movement and meditation. What does that mean? We move our bodies and we practice meditating. And we do that in sections. So we'll start with head to toe movements, go on to sun salutations and poses, do what you can, and then a seated meditation. And if it's more comfortable for you to sit or move in a different way than what I'm saying, totally fine. My name is Ashley, and I'll be leading you through these next 30 minutes. Got to get my clock. I've got a clock so I can check the time. We sometimes go a little bit over just because I want to get a full 30 minutes in, and I give it a couple minutes for us to start. But first, I'm still going with the How to Love Yourself deck of cards. We're almost complete with these. So once we are, I've got a bunch of other themed cards, and I can also create my own. Today, I picked this one out specifically to help me, but it could also help you, I'm sure. It's this. I allow myself to accept prosperity. Money is simply energy and exchange of services. How much I have depends on what I believe I deserve. So that's for money, for other things too. Hold on a second. Bless me. When you have to sneeze, just look at a bright light, and that thing is super bright, so that worked. Anyway, I'm choosing this one because today I'm quite nervous. I'm hosting an hour-long webinar that I'm not used to doing. I'm sharing all my secrets, so I'm going to believe that it's going to go really well, and everything's going to come easy today. So that's today. Allowing myself to accept prosperity and success. I'm the type of person that will not go beyond my comfort zone a lot of times and stay what I'm used to, so we can allow ourselves to be uncomfortable and still find growth. Growth is on the other side. So let's go. Oh, I won't talk anymore. We're going to start with some movement. Let's get those feet kind of wide. Wide. Turn the toes out. Bend the knees. Soften. Hands down by your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Hands come up to the shoulders. Let's do wheel breath today. Press them forward and down. Whew. So inhaling, filling from the very bottom of the lungs to the top. Exhaling slowly out through the nose. And as you do this, you start to feel that core strength engage. Even breath work, simple breath work, intentional breath work can help your abs, your core, your midsection grow stronger, help support you through every other movement. Keep going. Someone else is joining us. There you go. And we'll do one more simple lift and press, exhale. Let's actually make that a little stronger. So we inhale, bring it up soft, hands to the shoulders. Exhale, round the back, pull everything in. Exhale, everything out. A little more. Inhale, hands up. Body straight up, knees still bent. To the right side, exhale, squeeze, press. A little side bend when you do this, but mostly ab engagement. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze to the left, exhale, rib cage to the hip. And let it go. One more down the center. Exhale, round the back like a cat pose. Focus on all the air out. Inhale, hands up. And a soft exhale to let it go. If you ever feel a little bit dizzy, take a moment. Take an extra breath. Rest the hands by your sides. Take the chin down to the chest. Rock your head side to side. And maybe full circles if you'd like to. So whenever you have something stressful or not stressful, exciting or nerve-wracking, mostly exciting, you can do a few things. I'll give you those tips in a moment, because I am a bit nervous today. Let's bring the head back up to the center. Give yourselves a big shoulder roll. Ooh, let's do that again, a big shoulder roll. Switch directions, other side. And give it a little shimmy shake. Make fists with the hands, arm rotations, my favorite. So when you're nervous, and it's for something that's actually more exciting than anything, the sensation of nervousness and excitement is the same. So you can trick your mind, your body, yourself into believing you're more excited, and you are. So you say, I'm excited. Not I'm nervous, I'm excited. Switch directions. And bring it down. Rotate through the wrist a few times. I've really enjoyed adding the wrist rotations. Being on a computer so much, do everything you can, do all the little things each day to help out. Shake it out. And take your hands just off your hips or waist. And I'm going to rotate. Another tip for doing something, that's a little bit, that you're a little nervous about, maybe a big presentation or teaching your first yoga class, that kind of thing, is to, prior to doing that, to get out of that mindset, to go take a walk, to do some morning movements, to move the body and get the blood flowing. And so this is a practice you can take with you anytime, even if it's the first few movements. Just getting your bodies loosened up and getting that tension to just chip away slowly. Let's add more by reaching across. It slows the movement down, but it gets you deeper in the twist. Can you keep the knees bent? And then slow that down, make fists, and we're going to sway with little taps on the low back and the upper chest. Very cleansing, calming, swaying movements. And bring it to a pause. Let's rebend. Open those arms, my second favorite, side bends. Exhales, you press one hand down, other hand comes across. Much like those squeezing ab movements in the beginning. Inhale, lift up. We're going to really press and squeeze and exhale as much as you can. Inhale, lift. So we can get rid of some of that stale leftover CO2 in our bodies. All of it out to take a nice, fresh, cleansing breath. And that's it for that one. Reach all the way up. Straight legs, hands come down, feet come together. Let's start with a circle, the hip circles, knee circles, hip circles. Crescent knees is what it's called. Toes up, knee comes across, up and around. Be careful that the bottom knee is not twisting, so we're using just our upper lifted leg glutes and hips for this movement, but still trying for that full range of motion. I see some of you going pretty slow. You can go faster. I like the slow motion though, honestly. Slower actually helps you to get stronger. Okay, that's enough on that side. Switch. Whew, the first one. All right, and we'll bring that to a pause. And the last thing to do before our second section of sun salutations, step back, knee up, straight forward, knee or leg, straight up and look up. It's not a huge swinging momentum thing. It's a lift, a purposeful lift of the leg. Hello, hamstrings and balance. Switch sides. Start with the knee. And that's it. Let's finish that one and be complete with the first section of morning movement and meditation. And then we've got our sun salutations. So coming up to a place on a yoga mat or wherever you are, the front of wherever you are with space behind you. And we come back to our intention of allowing ourselves to accept prosperity. So stepping forward, take your hands to your heart. And you can even say that. I allow myself to accept prosperity, or I allow myself to accept success, to accept moving beyond my comfort zone and into a place that's different, that's bigger. I allow myself to grow. And with those in mind, a little smile on your face, reach your hands up. And we're going to be open today, so bend the elbows and pull them back. Cactus arms, squeeze the shoulders as you press the hips forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the arms and dive down. Lead with the heart. Life's always better that way, leading with the heart. Relax the neck, bend the knees just a little bit. Then lengthen the back, half lift. And step just the left foot back as you exhale. Just the left foot, so we've got this low lunge. Left hand stays down, right arm goes up, reach up, twist. Exhale, right back down to the floor. Now step back to plank pose. Plank can be off or on the knees. Lengthen through the back, like someone's pulling the crown of the head, and pause. Great place to check in with your strength for the day. Take an inhale, a little deeper, shifting forward. Exhale, bend those elbows. You might lower to the ground, or you can do halfway for chaturanga. Lift up to cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips, tuck the toes. Press the tailbone up and back. Pedal the feet a couple times. Good. Take one more deep breath. Let it go. Full release in the belly. And it's up to you. We are going to step our right foot forward. You can lift high on the tippy toes and lift your right leg. Step the foot between the hands. If it doesn't quite get there, you can help it up. Low lunge again. Let's add that twist one more time. Left hand down, right arm goes up, twist, reach up. And exhale, take the hand back down to the floor. Step forward into your forward fold. Roll yourself up this time. Bend the knees deeper. Round the back. Abs turned on. Tuck the chin. And we stand tall. Reach out and up. Stand up. Connect the hands. Bend the elbows and pull down as you press the hips and chest forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Now it's just the right foot that steps back, right foot low lunge, right hand stays down, as much space between the hand and foot as you want. Left arm reaches up, twist it, maybe exaggerate that twist, but press through the big toe of that front foot. Hand comes down, step back to plank pose. Shifting forward, take an inhale. Exhale, hug the elbows in, bend them. Up dog or cobra pose, which is a little lower. And down dog, look down, lift the hips. Send them back. Heels towards the floor. Great place to take it. Just a couple deep breaths to reset, build strength, and find some peace in this pose. If all you wanted to practice was a down dog each day, you'd still find benefit in your yoga practice. Take one more inhale, deep breath, lift high on the tippy toes, bend the knees just a little bit. Let's step the left foot forward. Help it up. Right hand stays down. Let's twist once more, reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward to forward folds. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale all the way down. Roll yourself up. Bend the knees, arms hanging out, or walking up the legs. I've done that before too. Roll those shoulders back, reach those arms up, and bring the hands down to your heart. We're going to step wide, just pick a side, step wide. A few standing poses without having to step forward from down dog. So turn one of your feet, one of your toes out towards the long edge or towards the front or back of the mat. The other foot turns slightly inward, the blade of the foot facing the back of where you were. Bend the knee, warrior two stance. There you go. This back hip, bring it down just a bit. Open the arms and look beyond the front fingertips. Flip the palms. We're going to reach up as you inhale, straighten the front leg. And bend that knee again. Exhale, lower warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Now flip that front palm, reverse warrior, keep the knee bent. Reach up with the front hand, down the back leg, softly with the back hand. Good, and back to your warrior two. Shift, straighten the leg, pivot, other side. That's it. Bend the knee. Look beyond the front fingers. Take that back hip down just a bit. Look forward and see the big toe on the inside of the knee. Flip the palms, reach up, straight leg, inhale. Lower. And just one more. Flip the front palm, what is now the front palm, reverse warrior. Look up towards that top hand, reach higher. And then back up to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Turn the toes so they're facing the long edge or parallel to each other. Open the arms, interlace the fingers behind the back, press them together, and fold it down. You might bend the knees a little bit as you fold. If you've got tight hamstrings, I tend to in the mornings, bend a little deeper even, like make it more like a squat. And release those hands down to the floor. Can you lengthen your back, bend the knees in order to touch the floor, then bend your knees even more, maybe walk the feet in just a little bit. What we're going to do here is just come down to our knees, down to the knees, cross the ankles, and bring the legs around. So we're coming to a seated pose from there. Take the hands on the knees, right here, palms down, round the back, pull that belly in. Then arch the back, look up, seated cat and cow, 2 more times. Round, you can even reach hands off the knees is fine too. And swim it back. And one more time just to get some openness through the back and chest. Working that spine mobility. And then bring it back to neutral, regular. And that is our movement for today. Try to keep it pretty simple, although it does change day to day, but we don't have time for a lot. There's just a few poses, and that's it. So thank you for joining in to get our bodies feeling better. A little bit more movement. Now we sit. I encourage you to stay seated upright, especially if it's morning for you. Lying down is also an option. We just want to be mindful of not going back to sleep. You can close the eyes or keep them open. We do want to stay alert but present and in this moment. So alert yet at peace. And we'll take our palms and turn them upward, either resting on the knees or in your lap, one over the other. I allow myself to accept prosperity. Money is simply energy and exchange of services. How much I have depends on what I believe and deserve. And that goes for more than just money. It goes for self-love, relationships, anything else that we are able to manifest and attract into our lives is simply energy. And we get to choose the direction of change, the direction of success. So for these next few minutes, think of an area in your life in which you want to improve upon, in which you want to be a little bit more confident, but you don't yet know what the outcome is like. You have not yet had the success that you want. So the question is, what would your life or business look like if you had everything that you wanted? If you were prosperous, what would that look like? So many of us are focused on the daily to-dos and the minutia. But what's the bigger picture? What is it that we're striving for? Whether that's money, business, relationships, fitness, and any goal you have, what does your life look like if you were to have that success? This is a meditation on manifesting. What we think, we attract. So take those next few minutes to dive deeper, to tune in to exactly what your life would be like if it was where you wanted it to be. If you had a successful business, a successful fitness practice, yoga practice, a successful marriage or family or mental health, choose one that is maybe giving you the most worry and anxiety. I allow myself to accept prosperity. Let's start to take that deep breath in together. And a slow exhale. Taking in all of your thoughts of success, of being exactly where you want to be. Taking that in and taking it with you for the rest of the day. So today, allow yourself to accept prosperity, to accept success, and to accept growth, whatever that means for you. So remember, we are excited, not nervous. And anything challenging coming up, you've got this. I believe in you. Okay. Let's take a deep breath in and reach up. Connect the hands and actively press them together as they lower down. One more breath in, thumbs to the heart. And let it go. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you again tomorrow.